time, kind of a playoff game. Lions ugly, 17 for 27, 205, a touchdown, and ugly interception. Brew, how much blame are you assigning Rodgers?
The overwhelming majority. No question about it. First of all, Greg, I didn't like the victory lap he took a week ago. Like they had already done, proved the critics wrong and made the playoffs. Now Nick can sit here and squawk about them not playing Jordan Love, and I don't agree, but it's still, he can legitimately say that,
exactly right.
But beyond that, he didn't play well.
Correct.
All right? The defense held one of the best offenses in the league to 20 points, okay? We know the offensive line has been pretty good. I know he was pressured on that last interception. The running game has been pretty good. The quarterback has not been who they expected him to be, and he certainly wasn't on Sunday when you only managed one touchdown and 16 points against one of the worst defenses in the league. You only threw for 205 yards against one of the worst defenses in the league, and that last interception, Greg, it's 3.5 minutes left. It's plenty of time, and if that was
They won some games against some mediocre teams. They put
without him playing great in any of them.
They were in a perfect position to end the season. The team that needed to win and control their own destiny, it's all on you. You don't deliver as the $50 million man. And I know I'm all about players getting their money. So get your money. Definitely take care of that. But with that type of money comes this type of responsibility. Yeah. I'm not going to look deep into that locker room and try to find who else to blame. Yeah, other guys could have played better, but did you give me everything that you got? Did you give me your best performance? If that is, then why are we doing this again? Why are we going to go through this offseason thinking about whatever? So, he has to own that. He didn't play well. Right. He lost the game for his team.
Greg, when you guys won the Super Bowl, did you guys have home field advantage? No. You're the 6th seed, right?
Yeah.
Last team in.
Yeah. Wild card.
And Rodgers had the opportunity this year, if they win this game, round 1, you're playing a guy who's never been in the playoffs in Brock Purdy. San Francisco, kind of your nemesis, turn that on its head. Round 2, because you're the 7th seed, we know who you'd be playing. The 1 seed Philadelphia Eagles, someone who has no playoff experience whatsoever, and then you would see who would be in round 3. So it was an amazing opportunity to prove a lot of us wrong. Like my biggest issue has been amazing regular seasons, substandard postseasons. What if I had a substandard regular season and go on an amazing playoff run? And instead, in a more than winnable game, they fell apart in the 4th quarter. That is the 3rd straight year in a de facto playoff game or an actual playoff game in Lambeau Field. The 4th quarter's been a disaster. We can show you his numbers. They're not to be believed. That's the NFC Championship game, then the divisional round, then last night. That is 83 total yards, 0 total touchdowns, 1 total interception, and I'm doing this math in my head quickly, a passer rating combined of approximately, we'll call it 40. Remember, you get 39.6 for spiking the ball. So in those 4th quarters, by the way, against Tampa, 3 and out, and then a field goal when you were down 8. Against San Francisco, you settled for a field goal when you had 1st and goal from the 7, and 3 and out. Then yesterday against Detroit, you almost threw a pick on your first drive of the 4th quarter, and then you ended up punting, and then you did throw a pick at the end of the drive. It's a disaster. And there's no getting around it. And this is, I understand the argument of, when they lost to Atlanta in the conference championship game. It's like, okay, well, Atlanta scored 44 points and was just running, was in their dome, and that wasn't on you. I get that. It's San Francisco. Colin Kaepernick ran all over them, and Alex Smith killed their defense once. Okay, not on you. I can listen to all that. You are playing the league's worst defense in your building when they had just been eliminated from the playoffs minutes before the game kicks off. This is a golden opportunity, and it was terrible. It wasn't like, oh, it's terrible. Yeah, and Brew's point is exactly correct, which is down 4 minutes left, all your timeouts, all the truly great quarterbacks in this league, you'd say, oh, I'd rather have the Chiefs down 4 with the ball than up 4 defending. I'm sure the Bills, the Bengals feel the same way. Give me the ball, my guy. Vegas didn't think they were favorites. I was watching those live bet odds the whole game. And it's, I have an idea where he goes from here, but this is as bad of an ending as it could get.
All right, let's talk about the future. Aaron addressed whether he's going to play, whether he's not going to play. Take a listen.
It's a feeling. Do I feel like I have anything left to prove to myself? Do I want to go back and gear up for another grind? Or is it time? Is it time to step away? Is it time for another voice to be leading this team? It could be time to step away. But I could take some time and say, hell no, man, I need to get back out there and go on another run. But I'll have to see what it feels like once I'm away from it.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the latter. Last 4 seasons, really good, and then this year, not very good at all. Maybe it's Devontae Adams, maybe it was the thumb, maybe it was Father Time. I'm giving him a mulligan on this year. I think he comes back. Greg, what do you think he does? Or should do, I should say.
Well, he should do whatever he wants to do, but what I do believe, he's going to do what's best for Aaron, and that's not always what's best for the Green Bay Packers. And what I mean by that is he's going to take his time. He said this last year, same kind of speech. I'm going to step away, evaluate where I'm at, see if I want to do this, see if I want to come. All these different things, I get it, and he has earned the right to be able to do that. Yeah. However, I was one that I would say early, I wanted them to see what Jordan Love could provide, and then they would have a clearer direction of where they wanted to go. Because they failed to do that. Because they failed to do that, they are now going to go through this whirlwind of offseason all over again.
With no information.
With no
Held
information.
hostage. If only this could have been prevented.
I think they know, and I'm not saying they know Jordan Love's going to be great. They probably have no idea about that, but I think they know they want to keep him. If I'm the Packers, Aaron Rodgers said in that press conference, some of it will also depend on where the Packers are. Like, are they trying to go young? Like, he said that. If I'm the Packers, I look at that as that's our opportunity. I'm Guten Kuntz, and that's our opportunity. So when I meet with Aaron, I say, look, we do want to go young. We've given it a great run, but we want to go young. And see what Aaron does. Does he still want to play? If so, we'll try to trade him. If not, he retires, but I think they could cut him.
Well, no, they can't cut him.
They can't cut him.
$99 million if they cut him. That's not tenable.
Is it 99 on the
if they cut him, but they can trade him for $40 million, or if he retires $40 million, and he doesn't have a no trade.
You can trade him.
And he does not have a no trade, so they could trade him. I'm sorry, but they did this to themselves, and you can't say who could have seen this coming when this doofus did. You were 4-8. You're 4-8.
They were one drive away
from what? One drive away from
going to the playoffs.
And doing what? And doing
Probably
what?
And maybe beating the 49ers.
No, and getting mollywops. The Green Bay Packers are not the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Los Angeles Chargers even, where, hey, get in. Hey, we got into the playoffs. Miss me with that. The idea of, if we have a chance to make the playoffs, we have to put all our resources. No, you don't. You're Title Town. Isn't that what they call that place? Title Town. You're supposed to try to win championships. When it was clear you couldn't win the title this year, and it was clear at 4-8 with your quarterback having a broken thumb, you should have pivoted. Instead, they held on to this dream. And everything, as Rodgers kept telling us every week, I know what had to happen, and it happened. And I know what had to happen, and it happened. And literally, everybody did their jobs for the Packers to make the playoffs, except for the Packers. The Seahawks had a downswing. The Lions were too far away. All of it. The who fell apart that I'm forgetting. Doesn't matter. The Washington just totally fell apart. It all was there. And now, because you didn't see Jordan Love play for a month, If Jordan Love played and balled out, you wouldn't have to deal with any of this from Aaron this offseason. And if Jordan Love played and was terrible, you'd at least be like, okay, I guess we'll deal with whatever we got to deal with from Aaron, but at least we know we don't have to pick up the $20 million
Jordan Love
for Jordan
played
Love.
great, what do you think Aaron would be?
Just trade him to the Jets.
Ask him to trade him?
Yeah, you didn't have to ask. You don't have a no trade. If you don't like the
should
Jets,
trade him.
They're
not ready to win the Super Bowl.
But now they're trading him blind. That's fine. But my point is now they're trading him blind.
Exactly.
They don't even know. If Jordan Love was awesome, and you trade him, you're like, hey, maybe we trade him and we target a receiver.